both to begin the show here on the Nightcap. Happy to be with you. Look, we're 5 wide right now.
Yes,
always a good start to the show. I'm Jeff Parles. He's Greg Peterson. Sorry, Greg.
It's all good.
That you're stuck right on top of me. But
happy to be here.
Yeah, I do this to Tim every Friday when I'm in your chair. But the fellas are here. Derek Stevens, Banksy, Big Balls, all here. Gentlemen, it's even with Tim on vacation, we couldn't say no to everyone being in the building here. Come on now.
Yeah, we got a full house. Everybody's been on assignment, over the last few weeks. So this is great to get the band back together.
Yeah, 100%. Big Balls, you're doing all right with the extreme heat upstairs? You're still hanging in there? You haven't melted yet?
No, slowly but surely I do melt. But no, it's okay. The heat's obviously a factor up there, but, we got cabanas with shade, and, pools are still pretty packed, and it's been a good time.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with that, and it's a nice way to cool off here in town. And Banksy, there's no hockey, but it's been a heck of a start to the Open Championship across the pond. Big Balls' guy, Louie, is going to be making him sweat again.
Yeah, it's great to watch. And, unfortunately, I stay here till 3. I forget that it's on. Then I get home and I watch about 15 minutes and I'm exhausted. And then I miss the morning. I wake up in the morning and I forget about it. I wake up at noon and I'm like, over again. God, who's winning?
The time zones can be hard. I know that for sure as well. But Derek, for this week in July, usually it is baseball. You get the Open Championship as a gift. But we still have basketball, so it's been a pretty nice ride here through the first 15 days of July.
Yeah, absolutely. We were just going through our numbers earlier today, and we expect July, which is generally a slower month. We expect July to set records. We're going to set records at many of our restaurants, set records in the hotel revenue. Boy, people are coming out to Las Vegas. It's pretty amazing. So. For a normal July, like I said, one of the slowest months, but it's certainly not going to be the case this month. And the fact that we got a 2-2 NBA final, gosh, that's great. We're guaranteed 2 more games. It's awesome.
How much of a boost, Derek, did you guys get from last weekend, where basically that was the weekend where it felt like this town is back in full? McGregor fight, obviously didn't end well for him, but big card there. Garth was at Allegiant Stadium. Bruno Mars was still playing at MGM, and obviously everything going on down here in downtown.
Yeah, last weekend, we set records on hotel room rate. We set records everywhere. I think everyone did. I think for people that are investing beyond sports or investing in the stock market, I think they're going to have some pretty good numbers when you look at what's the third quarter for most companies. This was a whopper last weekend. So much going on. I mentioned something that, this is the city of entertainment, and it really showed last weekend.
No, 100%. Just walking around down here through Circa, walking down on the Strip, walking on the Experience, it was the first time, guys, that it really felt like, all right, things are as close to normal as they possibly can be again.
I would say so. It was terrific. And, a couple of things that we noticed was that, take where Wilbo was at Stadium Swim. This was not just a one-day hit. It was Friday was good, Saturday was good, Sunday was great, Monday was great. This is something that's kind of evolving, so it's pretty cool to see.
Absolutely, and guys, of course, like we were saying, sports are much better than they usually are in July. But you know what this week usually means? We're less than 6 weeks away from the NFL starting, and that's obviously a really exciting thing. We're
excited. August 28th is the day everybody's got circled. They got five college football games, and we'll be ready to roll.
Absolutely, Big Balls. I do have one more question for you, because it is, as our guy Tim Murray tweeted out last night, it's a time-honored tradition for you to have Louis Oosthuizen in the mix in the major, and he always manages to finish second. Do you think this is the weekend he finally busts through leading going into the weekend?
Well, you know what? It's not always just majors. I've been betting Louis Oosthuizen
every tournament
he's played in since about the start of 2019. And I can't really tell you why, but I kind of just liked watching him golf. And now I kind of hate watching him golf, because I feel like I'm going to ruin this guy's career, in terms of him actually winning tournaments, because I think he's just out there to, not win just so I suffer. But, he's playing great.
Of course.
Louis playing great, but it's looking a lot like the U.S. Open in terms of having this stacked leaderboard. Same thing when they had Rahm and Koepka at the U.S. Open. You got Spieth and Morikawa. You got Dustin Johnson right up in there. It's, obviously he's been there before, but he's never proved that he can actually succeed. So, looking forward to it.
Right. We got to tell the people who we are here on the Nightcap. Let's go. It is the Nightcap here on VSiN. I'm Jeff Parles. It's a full boat. Greg Peterson, Derek Stevens, Banksy, Big Balls. It is a good night to have you all in. A lot going on. Baseball back out of the All-Star break after a COVID cancellation for the first game back that was supposed to be last night, the Open Championship. And, of course, we're 6 weeks from the NFL season, starting 5 weeks from the college football season beginning. And Derek, let's just start with the Open Championship since that's what's going on this weekend. How is everything going behind the counter here? What are you guys looking for this weekend? What do you need to happen? What do you don't need to happen here?
Well, that's exactly what I'm pulling up right now. I mean, right now, the way the Open Championship is starting off is, let's take the top 6 guys that are in. Yeah, we don't need any of them. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Louis, we're in trouble. A very well-known and highly respected professional gambler came in and popped us pretty good on Jordan Spieth just before the tournament started. Morikawa, DJ, not good. Just not good.
I'm sure that's not how you wrote that up beforehand.
Oh, look at this.
All right, there's a lot.
There's nothing but red on this side, right?
Just say a lot of red there.
Lots of it
for there. But Banksy, to go to you here, since you said in the Open, the time zones have given you a hard time here. But from what you've been able to see so far, obviously Oosthuizen leading by a shot, Jordan Spieth in the mix again, Collin Morikawa, who's never played in the Open Championship, has really done a great job trying to recapture the magic like he did last year in San Francisco when he was playing in his first PGA and winning that tournament last year.
Yeah, I bet this morning, or not this morning, I guess at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and I bet him to win at plus 400 today. So, but I had 3 guys, and I can't believe they're all there in the top 10. I had Oosthuizen, Spieth, and Koepka, and I bet all of them before the tournament started to be in the top 10. And I bet Oosthuizen because I want to follow my boy Wilbo. Hopefully this guy can pull it out. But I think they said I heard today that it was the lowest round in the first 36 holes.
It was the best. It was the best 36-hole score ever in the Open Championship.
Yeah.
So, in Louis fashion, this will be the greatest loss of all time, in terms of what's going to happen.
Well, and as we were saying before the reset there, like you were saying, Big Balls, you legitimately take Louis every single week. It doesn't matter if it's the John Deere, if he happens to be playing there, or if it's any major. And it is, again, you've had to sweat at the PGA, you had to sweat at the U.S. Open, and now it's a little bit different now because he's actually won an Open Championship.
Right. Well, even back in 2019, he was in the mix. So I've been dealing with this constantly throughout the years. Then he went down back in 2020, back up now. So it's good to see, but it's also makes me sweat even more than I was ever doing before.
Well, again, you're already sweating to begin with being outside in 110 degrees anyway.
Exactly. So, Might as well just add on.
What's different than usual?
Hey, I got a question. I'm just seeing this line. The score is 19-4 in the Padres game.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Whose line are we posting here? It's minus 85,000 on the Padres. I mean, that is not our number.
Well, so these.
I'd be willing to bet $8.5 million right now to win a little bit. Who's booking this? This is crazy.
So those are the DraftKings lines, and you also see too, like the Blue Jays up 10-0 minus 85,000 too. So there you go. You're all in. By the way,
85. What is that? The limit? Toronto's only. They're up 10-0 in the ninth.
Yes,
in the
top nine, yeah.
minus 85,000.
I've actually, Greg, we've seen these numbers go across the timeline here. I don't think I've ever seen a number that big, actually.
I've never seen an 85.
How much could we get on that right now? If you're going to post 85,000, you got to allow at least a guy a chance to win a dime, right?
I would hope so. I would hope so. By the way, you guys are about to get refueled here. Spider and Company on their way in.
Billy coming in.
Yeah. It's Billy. Okay.
Billy and Billy's
They gotta feed Wilbo his
I'm pretty
drink.
sure I saw.
I
Spider.
finished it too, but I got to go for a third.
Oh, why not? So the race is actually pretty tight down the end so far tonight. 2 apiece for
I'm a long shot
for
now.
Banksy and Wilbo. Derek's got
guys-
catching up to
He
him.
ain't done yet.
So, if we had a chance, I'd bet 85,000 on the Padres right now. I'd bet 85,000 on Toronto as well.
I bet 85,000.
That's why you need a lot of outs. You bet what?
$85,000 on me to win.
Well, that's about the same. No, it's a lock. I mean, I wouldn't book it. You're going to win. I get it. Like, at this point, all I'm really rooting for is, Padres are on the road. I'm hoping Tommy Pham hits in the top of the 9th inning. He's got a chance for a cycle here, and we were trying to get a little value, right?
Yeah. Well, why not? I mean, again, the Padres up 19-4. This was what, Greg? This was. They had 14 runs in the first 4 innings tonight too. So this was a total beatdown from the get-go.
Yeah, if you had the first 5 under, this was done very, very quickly.
We're at 7-11 and 38 seconds. Greg Hoops Peterson, thanks for talking tonight.
You're welcome.
We did it. We got you. If you had the over on Peterson, cash there. Derek, just baseball in general back. How were things for you guys? Home Run Derby, All-Star Game, and then resetting here tonight with the second half.
No, I think a couple things with baseball. I think what they're developing on the Monday, actually started on Sunday. I'm a big NFL or MLB draft fan. I think they did a great job on Sunday. I think that the futures game was terrific, and I think the Monday they are now owning that Monday. That Home Run Derby has become something that I was shocked at how much action we took on this. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of action. It was really, really good. And I think Major League Baseball can really take this and look at this year and kind of grow it from there. The All-Star Game is kind of another story. They've got to figure out something a little bit better because it just doesn't have that same attraction as it used to. Back when I was a kid, I mean, I would change my schedule, which I didn't have much of a schedule back then, but I would never miss the All-Star Game. But that was also when I never got to see, like I grew up in Detroit, I never got to see a National League team. And I thought it was something special. There's something wrong with the Tuesday with the All-Star Game. Wednesday, obviously, as sports bettors, it's the worst day of the year, right?
Well,
There's nothing to do.
Got lucky a little this year.
We got very, very lucky with Suns Bucks. Very, very lucky. And then if Major League Baseball is going to take a position, and they're going to market the fact that the Thursday is the second opening day. Mm-hmm. And all the pomp and circumstance of the second opening day, you got to have a backup game.
Right.
I mean, it was unfortunate the game got canceled. Why it got canceled. But it could have got rained out as well.
Right.
You got to have a couple
100%.
more games. It doesn't make sense if you're going to make this the second opening day for these cities and things like this. You got to have a backup game. So Thursday was a tough day, and I think everybody kind of languished around a little bit just because there's no sports. It was a tough day, but it's great to see what's happening today.
I would imagine a little more soccer bets than you would have anticipated because
a lot of people fading Martinique.
Yeah, Martinique, USA yesterday. By the way, so our producer today, Chrissy Paradis, told me before the show, Jeff, we have a surprise for when Derek and company are in studio. And the only description I got is that it's a Michigan legend with us right now. And we're going to bring him in. You don't even need an IFB. We'll have the speaker in studio so you can hear him. We have Jimmy King with us right now of the Fab Five.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, sir. We got him. Jimmy, how you doing tonight?
Really?
I'm doing well, fellas. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. Derek, I'll give you the floor here with Jimmy.
Jimmy, it's a pleasure to talk to you. I appreciate talking with you, and I'll tell you what, as a diehard Michigan Wolverine, I loved watching you. I loved you firing up this team. I followed you. I went to school. I'm a little bit older than you because I graduated from Michigan in '89. But I'll tell you what, with your team and the guys, I had a ton ton of fun watching you, and you guys really made Michigan basketball. So thanks, and great to talk to you tonight.
That's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, and congratulations to you and the things that you're doing. Being a Michigan man yourself, coming out '89, you know, you're not that too far ahead of me. You know, Rob Pelinka and Eric Riley and that crew played with, you know, the '89 team that won the championship. So we kind of transcend over that time a little bit. But thank you so much. Yeah, we tried to do what we did, but it's exciting to see what Juwan is doing with the young talent he has up there now too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, my senior year, I had the opportunity to watch this team. Yeah, I don't know if you remember a fella, J.P. Oosterbaum, one of my buddies, and getting to see Michigan winning the Kingdom, how great that was on the game against Seton Hall. And then when you guys came in, I mean, you guys changed everything. You guys really changed everything. And boy, I'll tell you what, I'm honored to be able to talk to you. This is a little surprise for me. And you know what? I'm trying to work a little something that you ought to know about. I just talked to a fellow within the Michigan department. He's a football player by the name of Morgan Trent. Morgan's come out a couple times. I'm trying to work with University of Michigan basketball team. I want to get Coach Howard out here. You know, the Wolverines are playing out here at UNLV this fall, and I'm in the middle of a deal trying to get these guys out to stay at the D and come downtown. I want to bring the band out as well, and I want everybody to have a lot of fun. This is the first time Michigan basketball is ever going to play in Las Vegas, and I want to support it. If you want to help me on doing that, you know how to reach out to me. Let's figure out how to do this, Jimmy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Anything that, you know, that can help you and obviously help my Wolverines and Coach Howard. You know, we could do it. Chrissy has my information. So, you know, we could touch base after the interview for sure.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Hey, Jimmy, where do you live right now?
I'm currently in Dallas, but I'm in between Dallas and Detroit. I have a company called True Champions that we're based out of Detroit. But I've been back here since the pandemic, back in Dallas, where I came out of high school. And, you know, as I get a little older, I appreciate the warmer weather.
Wait, where were you from? Were you Plano?
Just about a year. Yeah, Plano.
Yeah.
Plano, Texas. So the Dallas area, North Dallas area.
Derek, this is great to get Jimmy on tonight.
It's unbelievable. This is a total surprise. You know, it took me a second. I'm thinking, like, wait a second. I remember Jimmy's from Plano, Texas. That's right. And how it all came together. Jimmy, great to talk to you. I'm a big fan. I want to work together with you on bringing the Wolverines out here, Coach Howard out here, and I love to get you in Vegas. I like to help support your business. I like to support guys that support us.
We could talk offline, and we got some ties. I did some things out there not too long ago, just a few years ago, out on the Strip. So, you know, I'm familiar with being able to put something together.
Jimmy King, former Fab Fiver, of course. One of the best talent collections that college basketball has ever seen. And Derek Stevens, of course, a super fan and a graduate of the University of Michigan. Jimmy, thank you for being with us tonight and giving Derek a little thrill. You're glowing right now, Derek Stevens.
I'm blessed for a lot of reasons. We got the Fab Five in the house. I love it.
Out there.
Jimmy, thank you.
Baby.
All right, awesome. Big thanks to Chrissy for setting it up. I knew we would get you to get you act like you're back in college again in Ann Arbor.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's.
I could go on for a long time talking about all the different little spots. There's a place called Mr. Spots. It's the best chicken one. You know what I'm talking about? The chicken.
It's a heck of a name for a place.
It's called Mr. Spots. It's the best chicken. You know all about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, we had a lot of Pizza House, the whole thing.
I mean, I know Pizza House. I went to Michigan State. You know,
That was pretty cool.
I know
Thanks
Pizza
a
House.
lot, Jeff.
Oh, hey,
Big Chrissy's the one that did it. Chrissy, thank you.
Chrissy came with the idea earlier in the day, and all the shouts to Chrissy for setting that up.
Yeah, I
for
wasn't
us
going to
tonight.
talk about this Michigan thing, but I'm trying to do something with Coach Howard, do something down on Fremont Street, and we're gonna do a little something with a little bit of a donation. Let's bring the band out. Let's bring Michigan Wolverines out here. You know, we've done so many things with so many different schools, USC, UCLA. You know, we've had song girls out here, bands out here, everything else like that. We want to kind of try to push this. We just think Fremont Street Experience is such a great environment to bring people out, and everybody has a lot of fun. And now with Michigan coming out here in November, we're trying to push it.
Absolutely, Banksy. Before we let everyone go, because you've been close to the Peterson route of talking on this segment so far tonight. So just again, like when you're watching. To go to the golf real quick. First off, have you ever seen Derek glow like that? Actually, I got to ask you that.
Well, I've been around him enough, and he's glowed a couple times.
Okay.
Couple times. But he's it takes a lot, though. I can tell you that was.
Yeah, someone clip that
I'm
one.
glad you all find it funny.
That's all the time we have tonight.
Yeah,
See you
someone
next
clip
time on
that
the
one,
Night
please.
But no, he's yeah. I don't know. What you asked me?
No, I don't even know what I was going to ask. Now, you said, you guys want to stick around for one more?
Yeah, we're sticking around. We might be here tonight.
Stick
How much time do I have to grab another drink?
Oh, you got about 3 minutes. You got plenty of time.
Oh, that's so easy.
The fellas will stick around for one more segment here on the Nightcap. Derek Stevens still with the glow from talking to Jimmy King.
If you thought there was a sports betting offseason, think again. Our VSiN sports betting experts are working 24/7 to keep you informed on every sport. The over pays the same for a baseball game or a football championship, and our team grinds year-round to help improve your betting IQ on every sport. We have experts in baseball, hockey, golf, basketball, NASCAR, and horse racing. Turn this offseason into a winning season and start your free trial today at vsin.com/subscribe. Betting on baseball this summer? Step up your game with complete data and analysis on vsin.com. Our experts track all the games on the schedule, and we have in-depth data on every matchup, including team trends, latest line moves, pitcher stats, and umpire impacts. Whether you're looking to bet the run line, team totals, or first 5 inning winners, vsin.com/MLB is the only source you need. Increase your sports betting IQ and make the most of all your baseball bets this summer at vsin.com/MLB. Preseason football kicks off next month, and the VSiN experts are already in mid-season form. Whether you're betting on futures, looking for contest strategy, or building your own power ratings, our team has everything you need. Get all the latest from former NFL exec Michael Lombardi, former NFL wide receiver Mike Pritchard, the legendary Brent Musburger, and our entire lineup of football experts. Start your VSiN subscription today and put our football betting experts to work for you all season long.
If you didn't catch VSiN last week, here's some of what you missed.
You guys also released your win totals for the offseason, conference championship games only. What's been the initial feedback so far?
Oh, that's been terrific. Yeah, the response there has been terrific. Yeah, people like it. And then once I explained them, with conference games, because, I'm still a little, cautious about some things that might happen this year. And, you look around, in America, we're, not so bad. But you look around the rest of the world, things probably not as good as they are here in the States. So I'm worried that some things might happen later on in the year, but I think every conference will do their best to play all the conference games. And I hate putting up stuff where we're just going to give money back. Let's get some action. So I think conference games are pretty safe either way you want to bet. So that I think the response will be pretty good there.
And what we're seeing, too, because I think this college football market's a little bit tough to price. The usual suspects are going to be at the top of the board in pretty much every conference. But now as we gradually, it's like day by day, somebody announces, okay, we're going to be 100% capacity. You know, Purdue announces it, or Indiana announces it, or one of the schools in the South. So when you're looking at like last year's results were so kind of scattered, even though you ended up having the chalky teams in the playoffs. But you had a lot of teams like your team of choice, Penn State. COVID, I think, really got them, and they struggled right away. They lost that game in Bloomington, and they just were never the same.
Indeed delivers great candidates fast. In fact, Indeed delivers 4 times more hires than any other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest. More at Indeed.com/credit. I'm Jeff Parles. Greg Peterson's here. The crew is here. Derek Stevens, Banksy, Big Balls, all here on the nightcap. Derek Stevens, very happy to talk to Jimmy King in the last segment. Banksy with one of the better one-liners in the history of the show. And we're rolling on. It was so good that we have everyone for another segment here. And Derek, I just want to get into this because we're starting to get to the time where people are going to start coming in droves and entering the contests, the Circa Millions and Survivor. Just how's everything gone with that so far? And when do you expect the drive to really start?
Well, you know, with our crew today, what we did is we went over to the Detroit Ballroom over at the D, and we had our commercial release party.
Oh, yes. Nice.
And it's just an internal thing that we bring out our whole team. We open up the bar, and I try to do events where I ask everybody to do something. I want them to go out and meet one person they don't know. You know, our company's getting a little bit bigger, and have a couple drinks and say hello to somebody. So we released internally this commercial with all the great help of VSiN, all the great help of Brent Musburger. Mike Palm and I were kind of ridiculous, and we're ready to launch our local campaign. But based upon the numbers, it's going to become a national campaign.
Yes.
Because we are in deep trouble. We are in deep trouble. I mentioned this on My Guys in the Desert yesterday that I think we're going to be in pretty good shape on the millions. Right? You know, we guaranteed $3 million last year. We did a little over 3.3 million. And we thought this year, okay, we have a natural growth. People are traveling a little bit more, so we're going to guarantee 4. But what we did was kind of crazy is we guaranteed $1 million in the Circus Survivor last year. And we jumped this because we wanted to take it
you did.
with Circus Survivor up to $6 million. And what's amazing is that Circa Millions is really smoking Survivor right now. So this is kind of where I gotta reach out to my man Hoops over here. Jeff Parles. I'm gonna talk to Matt Humans, Mitch Moss, Paul Out of the Moon, all the whole crew here. And I'm like, you guys know a lot of people.
He does. He has like 40,000 Twitter followers, this guy.
Deep trouble. I mean, think about it. If we go from 1.3 million up to 4 million, let's say we do 4 million in Survivor, 4 million, you have a 50% positive EV on this deal. I mean, we're in so much trouble. I'm like, thank God we're not public because I'd have to have a footnote of like, oh my God, we are heavy underdogs. So I need you guys to bring out all the people. You know, I think we've done 9 full houses, and a full house is when an individual buys 6, which is the maximum survivors, and 3 million. So I think we've got 9 of them so far.
Okay.
But what I need is a couple hundred guys to put crews together. Let's get 6 survivors. Let's go. Survivor, you know, last year we had so much fun talking about the season and like how it worked. It was great. I thought it was great for media. It was a lot of fun. The stress, the pressure was really unbelievable. But I'll tell you what, we really need some help. You know, these lights aren't going to last forever, and I got to figure out how to.
And with the Survivor contest as well, I know that's something that you guys did last year was you made Thanksgiving its own week to be able to pick for that as well, which I think is very interesting. You guys going to do the same thing with the extra week this year?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, we have the benefit with the NFL changing the schedule, so there's a 17th game. So last year we had 35 people that went 18-0. So this year you have the extra week because the extra game, and then what we did is we created, you know, a week similar to Thanksgiving, which we're calling Christmas. And you got the couple games on Christmas and then the Thursday night game. So, yeah, you got this year. You're gonna have to go 20-0. But we figure there's gonna be a lot more people that are gonna be into it. And 35-0, 35 people that went 18-0 last year. They got a good chop. It was pretty good. But this year, guaranteeing the $6 million. I think Mike Palm put the over/under on at like 12 people that he thought would go.
That number sounds pretty right to me. We've talked about it. That Christmas week, the matchups are brutal, absolutely brutal. Titans, Niners. If Aaron Rodgers plays, Green Bay, Cleveland is a brutal one, and then Arizona, Indianapolis. All of them are brutal on Christmas this year.
Yeah, and some of the strategy, we've been at Mega Bar the last couple of nights, and we've had a lot of people sign up the last couple of days, and they're asking me, Banks,
Derek, let me cut you off here. You guys game for one more? You game for one more?
Yeah, come on, you got to sell.
Okay, we're game for one more. The crew's gonna stick around for one more segment. We're back with more next here on the Nightcap.
Is it?
This is VSiN, the sports betting network. The VSiN experts live and breathe sports betting, and we've assembled the best team here in Vegas, the gambling capital of the world. Our unique approach helps you learn how to become a better handicapper. We go beyond picks and predictions to discuss the numbers and analysis that matter to sports bettors. The action never stops, and we are always on for you with TV, radio, and digital coverage. Invest in your sports betting success. Visit VSiN.com to learn more.
Every day brings another opportunity to improve your sports betting knowledge, and the VSiN experts are working around the clock to give you the betting edge. Subscribe today to gain access to the full betting experience of our team of professional bettors, expert guests, and sportsbook insiders. Get the data and analysis you need to improve your sports betting IQ. Start your free trial today at vsin.com/subscribe and take your sports betting game to the next level.
Before you place your next bet, visit vsin.com for all the latest data and powerful betting tools. Start with our live odds, team comparisons, and previews for every game on the schedule. Then dive deeper with live tracking of betting trends and line movements. And don't miss our unique tools, including odds comparisons from sportsbooks across the country, prop bet search engine, and custom parlay calculator. Everything you need to increase your betting knowledge and confidence is at your fingertips. Visit VSiN.com today.
If you didn't catch VSiN last week, here's some of what you missed.
Talk a little NFL with you very quickly, Josh. And look, I'm captivated. We talked about it last hour, not knowing exactly what Aaron Rodgers is going to do in Green Bay. When you look at some of those prices to win the division, it really is incumbent upon whether or not Rodgers is going to be back in Green Bay. I can tell you that Jordan Palmer, a buddy of mine, obviously former NFL quarterback, still stands by his stance that he does not think he will return to Green Bay. But as we get closer and closer to the season, it sounds like he's not going to retire. So what do you make of? Because it seems like the rubber's hitting the road here, right? If we're hearing from some camps that he's just not happy with management, right? And he just doesn't want to play for them. But yet, it's almost like musical chairs. You're running out of options and places to go this late as we prepare for the season. What do you make of what's going on here in the latest in Green Bay?
Yeah, this is really interesting, and I don't know if anyone really knows what's going on. I think Aaron Rodgers is a guy who plays a lot of this stuff close to the vest. And really what, the comment that Steph, our producer, put in our rundown here, he said he plans to get back to working out and figure things out in a couple weeks. So for him, a couple weeks, like I'm looking at the schedule right now, Dave, we're exactly 2 months away from week 1 Sunday. We have the opener with the Bucs there on that Thursday, but we're 2 months away. Training camp isn't that far away. We still have some of these odds that are off the board with a lot of these Packers props. It's really a waiting game here.
If your bets on the Open Championship aren't looking good heading into the weekend, we got you covered. You can download a special after the cut edition of Long Shots with Brady Cannon and Wes Reynolds So now we know who the real contenders are, so they'll tell you what the smart plays are for the final 2 rounds of the Open Championship. Download the special After the Cut edition, I should say, of Long Shots at VSiN.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We believe this is the first triple in the history of the nightcap. We believe it. That's what we're pretty sure on. Derek Stevens, Banksy, Big Balls here. Greg Peterson. We're very close to the cycle. Jace Cronenworth already hit for a cycle tonight in D.C. Tommy Pham now needs one more leg of it, which, by the way, we were discussing this during the break, would be the first time in Major League history that 2 guys in the same game would have hit for the cycle.
Think about that. How unbelievable is God, we need Tommy Pham to hit in the top of the 9th right now. But actually, what am I talking about? I'm way wide. This is a road game. What am I talking about?
Hold on. I'm going for a cycle right now. I already.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Which number is that
this
for
is
you now?
5 on a show.
So you're beyond the cycle.
I know. I'm going for double. I'm going for extra.
You're going for the positive version of a platinum sombrero right now.
Has that ever been done? Has that ever been done?
A platinum sombrero here on the show? I don't think so. I think you did 4 was the most you've ever done before Big Balls, I think?
Yeah, 4 is normal. Yeah. But, I've never done 5.
Well, a historic segment here right now on the nightcap. Derek, before we hit the last break, we were talking about the contests and how the national campaign is going to be needed now, especially with the Survivor contest.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a text from Tim Murray here. He's upset about.
We all did.
He goes, okay. You got brought a guy from the Fab Five. He called it a unique move, right? So, well, the great thing about Tim's actually watching the show, and I love that.
That's good.
And we missed Tim. I'm texting Tim last night. We're like, hey, Tim, just to let you know, we're sitting at the end of Mega Bar. The Yankees-Red Sox game got canceled. You guys got 3 hours to talk about nothing. But Banksy, Big Balls, and me, we're sitting in the bullpen if you need some help.
If we had known that, we would have called into the bullpen last night. Tim is on vacation. By the way, I'm house sitting and dog sitting for Tim this week, guys. That's my job. That's been my job as the second in command.
The Murray family is all of a sudden very afraid.
Yeah. No.
I know what to call this, but I'm not going to say it.
Banksy, you already got one great line, and we don't need a second one.
Well, I'm not going to throw it out there. I'm like, no. But I've been good with this one. Everyone out there knows what I'm talking about.
I think 99% know. Yeah. So, Derek, just going into the contest again, especially at Survivor, I still think you guys are going to get there. I really do. Everyone's going to be more excited than usual for football again. And people are traveling out here, unlike last year where the travel was way down.
Yeah, I think that we're going to do okay on the millions. I think we'll get over the 4 million. I hope we get way over the 4 million because it just adds to the pot and these quarterly splits. But with the Survivor, I think we're in trouble here. I think. But at the same point, let's just say it's 3 days before the season starts, and let's say we're at 3 million. When can a sports gambler ever bet into a true positive EV tournament?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a big deal. So I'm at this point, Bill Adie knows, Mike Palm knows from Notre Dame. Bill Adie knows. I believe in God and I believe in math, and I'm just hoping it's
put that on a plaque somewhere, guys.
I'm both praying and trusting the math. I mean, when I was a kid, if I was 22 years old or whatnot, I'd be rounding up the troops. I'd be like, hey guys, we're gonna fly out here. We got a positive EV. Think about if we get to 5,000, you got a 20% positive EV, and that's if everybody shows up and makes their picks.
Right.
I mean, look what happens. I mean, realize the one thing about this, it will always be a positive EV tournament because what happens is people won't put their picks in, not for any bad reason, but it's because life gets in the way. You might have a flat tire, you could prepare as much as you want to, but life is what's important, and it will be positive EV the whole time. I'd be buying 6 if I could, and I'm promoting it because I think it's going to be a hell of a gig. But you guys know all the players.
Oh, look, 100%, and also too, I've already done I know Mike Palm and Amal did the game plan that you'll need to save all the teams. I've already gotten my strategy out of the way, so maybe we go with the full house there, Derek. Maybe that would be a lot of fun.
House. I mean, you have so many options. You were 20 games. You got the bull rush, you got the single option, the double option, triple option, and everyone has to focus on the Merlin reversal. The Merlin reversal is very, even if we just play, it's very important.
Banksy, before we got about 2 minutes here. NBA Finals Game 5, Saturday night. The Suns and the Bucks, 2-2. Where are you going here the rest of the series, Banksy? This is all you.
Do you guys remember what I said for Game 3 when the Suns are up 2-0?
What did you say?
I said Milwaukee. Well, replay it.
I would imagine you said Milwaukee. I would imagine you wouldn't go like that.
Milwaukee wins. I go, they're going to have a hard time winning there. Now they're Game 5. They're going back to Phoenix. I think this series goes right to Game 7. This is how they're going to play. And who comes out at the end, I don't know. Hopefully, everybody's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, then that's, I think, will be the difference. But this is going to be an exciting series. I mean,
it already has been.
I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I told you guys on Game 1, I go, Phoenix, go Game 3, Milwaukee. So far, I haven't been wrong yet. It's going to be a dogfight right to the end.
So who's your pick?
So who's your pick for Game 5 then? Is it Phoenix?
Don't worry about who my pick is.
I need to know who you're picking.
Come on, Banksy.
The people want what you guys want?
Yeah,
all right, fine. I want the Suns, but it's going to be Milwaukee.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Going with the Bucks. By the way, did you complete the cycle +1 down there?
+1.
Okay, good.
Nice.
So a positive golden sombrero there for big balls at the end.
I was going to yell golden sombrero, but I forgot what it was called.
Oh, man. Gentlemen, this has been a joy tonight. This has been an absolute joy, as always, having you in. We appreciate you hopping in and staying for as long as you guys did, obviously.
Let's do segment 3.
Well, this was segment 3. This was segment 3. I think that's the telltale sign that that's time there. Big Balls, Banksy, Derek Stevens, thank you guys for being in with us. This was awesome tonight, guys.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thanks,
of course. When we get back, Greg Peterson will have some thoughts on tonight's baseball slate that we've seen so far. When we get back on the Nightcap.